What's up, everyone? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to It's Virtually a Podcast. Now, some of you don't know who we are. Some of you do know who we are. Let's do a very, very quick intro. My name is Daniel Gutierrez. You can follow me on Twitter at dgutierrez84. Next to me, as always, is Sanity Crypto. You can follow him at Sanity Crypto, but you can follow both of us if you really want to, right here at It's VRA Podcast on Twitter or at It's Virtually a Podcast everywhere else. We did it.
Everywhere else.
Everywhere else. We did it, Sandy. We are doing an official video on demand show. You can only get this one on YouTube, Facebook. That's basically it.
Yeah, because we usually do the live show.
Correct.
The live show every Mondays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's a good time where you can come and hang out while we're live, chat, make fun of some people, laugh at us.
So
it's a good time.
Simple. For those of you who don't know who we are, we do a show inside of virtual reality. All of this around us, we can see it all. We're in it. And if you have VR yourself, you can actually come inside and hang out with us. Be careful. You'll probably vomit, but still, you're more than welcome to come in and hang out with us. But if you do want to chat it up with us, we do, like he said, do a live show every Monday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch. Twitch.tv/It's Virtually a Podcast. So please come on and join us over there as well. If you want to talk it up with us. What we do on this show is we talk about the news, usually tech news, science news, or just
VR news, of course.
VR news, flat out strange news altogether. Whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We're not limited.
The fun stuff.
It's fun. It's cool.
Mostly fun stuff.
But sometimes we get deep, yo. We get real
That's true.
deep.
It happens.
And then we also talk about other things that we find on the internet. And today is going to be one of those days as well. One of the things that we love to talk about is some strange food. So stick with us at the end.
I love it.
Stick with us at the end. We'll play that game. But first off, let's go ahead and show you a little bit of what we do by talking about the news. All right. So, first up, I found this kind of interesting because this fits. This announcement fits. And you know what? The truth is, Nintendo does make great decisions. Has there been a decision that Nintendo made that you've been upset with? Maybe the Wii U?
I was going to say the Wii U. I think everybody was a little upset with that. It came out a little too fast after the Wii. It flopped a bit. It was not their strongest move. A lot of people hated the Virtual Boy. I loved it. I did not get the splitting headaches and migraines from the red 3D. I thought it was amazing. But yeah, they haven't made any like crushing defeat moves at all. And in fact, every time they do something, people are like, Nintendo, they come back and they wow everybody.
Yeah, well,
that's just
without the Wii U, and I think of it like Windows, every other Windows OS. Without the Wii U, we wouldn't have the Switch as it is today, I feel. Because the Wii U was the precursor to the Switch.
They did have the tablet kind of controller
for you to get up and walk away and be able to
and you got to do like some secondary stuff with games. Yeah, so it was I think that was kind of a foreshadowing, even though people didn't see it as that until we had the Switch. But
yes,
yeah, the Switch came out and bang bang, it's still moving and shaking.
So Nintendo has announced that they are officially going to be releasing on the Nintendo Store for people to download onto their Switches OG Game Boy and Game Boy Color games that I used to play back in the day. Brilliant idea. I just really hope that they're not like... So I don't own a Switch. I wish I did, but I just got a job, so maybe soon. Bruh. I will have one. I will have one soon. But... in terms of the games, when you're buying old retro games, are they expensive? Are they moderately priced? Are they reasonably priced?
Oh, if you're buying physical retro games, the price has spiked considerably. It's just growing nonstop.
Well, yeah, honestly. If you're buying legit cartridge games, we were talking about how Nintendo, how a sealed Super Mario graded was sold for what, half
Yeah,
a million or something like that? It
2
was, or
million.
2 million.
Yeah.
I was
It
not
got they got higher and higher. There
four
was like a Mario
times
64. There's
more
yeah,
than half a
it's
million.
those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that the Switch has done really well that if you sign up for their online Nintendo online thing, what they already did is they release uh, I guess every like Nintendo Direct they announce what they're doing is they release a certain amount of NES games that you just have you can play and have access to on your Switch. Then they had some Super Nintendo games as well. They started off really strong with games everybody loved, and they kind of got to all these games that people were like, what is this game? So it's a good idea, and I'm wondering if they're going to start handing these out in the same fashion that it just becomes part of your subscription, or if they're going to do actual purchases of
Oh.
the individual games, because they'll
Um,
probably do that as a first party at a very affordable deal.
I
If they
don't.
don't just give it to you,
I. The only reason why I would see why they wouldn't do both is if they want to force you into the subscription.
they
And
want to force you into the subscription.
obviously they do. Obviously they do.
Yeah,
But do they really like? I can tell you, people would buy 15, 20 of these games individually, probably for a little bit more
yep,
than what they would charge on a monthly experience. Um,
quite possibly.
and that's like 2 years worth of funds right there. I don't know.
It could be. I think subscription is the way that everybody's trying to push to. I mean, look at Game Pass for Xbox and everything. It's like I don't know enough about the numbers to know if that's profitable for all these like $1 million industry like and production games, $1 billion industry and $1 million production games. With Nintendo, I think they're just trying to keep people within their ecosystem as much as possible and give them a reason to stay with
Yeah.
online. And I think that's a smart move. Not to mention they're sitting on more money than any Japanese company ever. They are the richest company in Japan.
Well, yeah, I would
So
imagine
they
so.
can afford to do whatever they want, especially because they have so much intellectual property. They have so much,
I'm
and they still
so
have a
excited.
lot of the rights, I believe, to most of the games that ever existed on Game Boy, even though they were published or produced
Uh,
by major companies like they'd have to talk to Konami, all that stuff. They can get all that stuff.
what would
It's
what's top on your list for Game Boy or Game Boy Color games?
oh well, Game Boy. I mean, specifically, it's like the best game on Game Boy was Tetris. I mean, it's the same as the other
I
Tetris, but
don't
it's like
know
one of the
if
most
I
versatile
would
games
like
ever.
to play Tetris on my Switch. I already play it on. I can play it
I'll
on my
play Tetris anywhere.
phone. I could. Yeah, that's the whole
I
point. Is
played
I
it on
can
my
play.
TI-85
Yeah,
graphing calculator.
that was a lifesaver on my TI-85. Oh
It
my
sure
god,
was.
I learned zero algebra, a very little calculus. I don't know how I got to calculus if I didn't learn any algebra, but I did it, and it was all thanks to Tetris on my TI-85. Thank you.
Yeah, and then
Thank
Drug
you.
Wars was a fun one on there,
Drug
and then there was
Wars.
a snake
Oh my
game.
god. You know what they should bring on the Switch? TI-85 games. That's what they need to bring.
There you go. That's a good one.
Please emulate TI-85 Nintendo, please. Um, uh, so the only okay, I didn't have a Game Boy. I had a Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo. I had a PlayStation and then PlayStation 2, and then that's literally all the consoles I pretty much had growing up.
Yeah, I had almost all of them except the obscure ones
Yeah, I
like
know.
the Atari Jaguar and
This guy.
some other terrible ones.
This guy.
So there's a bunch of good games on there. You've got the Super Mario Land series are great. The Wario Land ones are pretty amazing as well. The Kirby games are fun.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of random games. The Castlevania games. I'm sorry if anybody loves those out there.
Oh
Nope,
wow.
I can't do. Give me a thumbs down. There we go. Yeah, two thumbs down. Sorry, these fingers don't. I don't know what to do with my hands.
My fingers don't fing properly.
I
Um,
know. Ugh, yeah.
they
But anyways, yeah, it's there's a slew of games that would make a lot of people happy. The Final Fantasy games on the Game Boy were personal favorites of mine as well.
okay.
I don't know how they stand the test of time, but there's enough for me to get excited about what they could give us access
I
to.
played one game, and I don't even know really. I don't remember how I had access to it. I think possibly I owned a Game Boy Color at one point, but
Hmm.
I did play Pokemon Red. I
Pokemon Red and
think
Blue,
I played
man, the
Pokemon Red.
inception of the Pokemon colors and precious minerals
Oh yeah,
series that
seriously,
has continued. But those were great.
they
Those were great.
were
Those RPGs were fantastic.
okay.
What?
I enjoyed the.
Oh man,
Well, here's the thing: when it comes down to RPGs, like the cartoon oversold the game. Like
wrong.
in my opinion. In my opinion, here's why. Here's why. Here's why. Okay, whenever you watch Yu-Gi-Oh, I
I've
always wanted the game to be that way. Like every time I
I have
play,
not watched a lot of
okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not well versed in the
So
Yu-Gi-Oh!
so
universe.
think about it like Magic the Gathering, right? You like if you could really put a Magic the Gathering card on some sort of platform and then suddenly some sort of hologram just appears and your animals are battling, that's awesome. But in the whole but that's what I expected in my head, but then when I was playing Pokemon, all I got was poof, poof, ooh, poof, poof,
Yeah, but it's
ooh,
all about the
poof,
journey and
poof.
collecting the new ones you don't
Yeah,
have,
no,
then
I'm not
evolving them,
cool.
and you make that
Nah,
Magikarp
it's
keep
fine.
fighting, and the Magikarp keeps fighting until it turns to
It's
a Gyarados, and then it's this giant sea dragon, and it's like that's the hard work paid off. Then you get a Snorlax, which just sleeps a lot. You know,
Michael. Look at this. Put it this way: Pokemon trainers are all Michael Vicks. They're all just a bunch of Michael Vicks, putting their animals out there to
ooh,
fight.
harsh joke.
But yet, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I am not. You're
Well,
like you can't just
I didn't
hold your
I didn't
Pokemon,
drown my
pet your
Pikachu when
Pokemon.
it didn't win a battle.
Oh, you didn't?
So,
I almost threw my Game Boy into a toilet. So there we go.
well, that's why you can't have a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, my Tamagotchis died so fucking fast. It was ridiculous. I felt so bad. I would come back 3 days later going, "Oh my god, I didn't feed him or clean up his shit." You just see him like shaking. You just see my poor Tamagotchi just shaking in the little thing. Anyways,
You always just catch
Tamagotchis
your,
are back.
Tamagotchi in a death rattle.
Yeah, poor. But Tamagotchis are back,
Ah,
and they're
R.I.P.
back with.
Daniel's Tamagotchi,
Yeah, I know, never again.
circa
Uh,
1995 or whatever those were out.
for reals. Um, Amazon, okay, so there is a quote unquote worker shortage going on right now. To which we respond, no, there's a quote unquote worker strike for more pay. We want more money. That's what we're looking for. Um,
I
so
love this title though.
so Amazon's answer to the worker shortage is pot smokers. If you don't know this about us,
Sold,
Sanity and
sold.
I partake in what we like to call uh, weed.
The
Um,
legal recreation of the state of California,
yes,
which is marijucci.
I love this stuff. It makes me feel so nice. Um, but even still, in legal states like California, if you can be tested for pot and not get a job, it's
Yep.
such bullshit. And I was offered many jobs, but every single one of them wanted me to take a drug test.
And you said,
I
"Fuck you,
said, no,
buddy."
I didn't say that. I said, sure, but
I know.
I'll test positive for weed. Will that affect it? And they said, yes, it will. Can you hold off for a few months? And I said, nope. I said, not at all. And
We
I didn't
appreciate your honesty. You're hired.
and I exactly I wish that was the case, but they were like, can you like get fake pee? Can you do all this stuff? They literally were asking me to do
Because it's a
anything,
hire only piss test.
and that's
Yeah.
all it was. And I was like, no, I don't want to work for a company that pushes that agenda. I want to work for a company that is progressive. I want to work for a company that doesn't give a shit if you smoke weed, or honestly, that if you do any other drug other than at work. And that I completely
And that makes plenty of
understand.
sense. Yeah, it's like, okay, are they testing people like, oh, if people come in hungover, they're like, oh, well, you probably still have a little bit of trace amounts of alcohol. You're fired. They don't do that. You
No,
know, it's
no.
don't get drunk before work, don't get high before work, don't get drunk at work, don't get high at work. But
And
when you get home, do whatever the fuck you want.
and some of you are functional drunks. And for you, I say, damn, how do you do it? How, bro? How? Uh,
Lots of
I
practice.
so Amazon is now doing away with that restriction and just hiring anybody that they can. I it's a double-edged sword for me. I like the fact that Amazon is doing away with that. I just hate the fact that Amazon is a slave workers union, basically.
Keep
Um,
the slaves high and everything's cool, man. Put
listen,
together that Amazon dank.
I don't know how
Once it's
you can
federally legal, I bet you.
I don't know how you can work for Amazon and be like, nope, I don't need weed after a shift, after all that shit
Yeah,
that I
in the
just went through.
warehouse or in
Oh my
delivery
god. Um,
or corporate.
anywhere,
Jesus,
anywhere. You just don't need
they
it.
just need
It's
corporate
ridiculous.
sponsored buds.
Um,
Right.
and you know what
All that to
Amazon should do?
Bezos.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's take it to the next level. Amazon weed delivery.
Oh well, I'm telling you, if it's federally legal, that's happening. You know you're gonna get it same day
Oh.
delivery. How about my Amazon now, my Prime now? Bring me wheat.
What about
Bring me
local?
wheat.
Okay, what about
Bing,
local?
it's
They
here.
don't have to cross state lines. Like they do it already for Whole Foods. What if they just put a dispensary right next to every Whole Foods? Boom, you get it same day within your county, within your state.
Well, that leads into the banking issues of the Fed. Because if they are involved in
Oh,
something that is not federally
damn
legal,
it.
then the banking systems, which are federally insured, all the FDIC banks will not touch Amazon if they are dealing with weed and if any of their money comes from something that is not legal in all 50 states.
I
That's why
have
Amazon doesn't have porn yet.
I have two words. Bitcoin. You're welcome.
Boom.
Boom.
I got
Solves
two
all
other words.
problems.
Bezos bucks. Make your own crypto, Jeff.
Oh,
Let's do it.
I don't want
Boom. No,
this.
don't do that.
I don't want
Super
that. I
punches.
do not want
No,
Bezos bucks. I barely wanted Disney dollars. I barely wanted those. And I
and
was
those
like,
are worth buku real bucks. If you just collected Disney
yes.
dollars and didn't spend them,
Seriously?
magawd.
Wow. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, those things appreciate better than more than
Then
actual dollars.
actual, because you know what? They were deflationary. I believe Disney dollars were because they would just burn them.
Well, they would, and also they changed the style every year, so they were became
Oh,
literally rare.
I
You
didn't know
know,
that.
so it's like you have ones from 2001 or 1998 or 1995 or whatever. It's like those all appreciate in value. So
Huh?
rather than putting your money in gold or stocks and bonds, you should have just gone to fucking Main Street USA at Disney and
Seriously.
stacked it. Just bring the suitcase
They don't even
full of
have
fucking money
that
and
anymore,
just
right? Because I don't think they do that anymore. I mean, it was a thing that they did back then, but
Disney dollars. They
yeah,
still sell them.
but no, they'll sell them, but like at a premium, right? Always, right? Or
I
is
think
that
you buy them dollar for dollar.
like I can still go to Disneyland right now and get Disney
I
dollars?
believe so. I believe. Well, of course, with whatever pandemic restrictions, yeah, I'm sure they still have the place
I,
where you go in and be like, I want 100 Disney dollars, and like, do you want it in one hundred, or do you want it in 100 ones, or and it's their
who's
monopoly money,
on the
so
hundred
they have
dollar
your
Disney
money
dollar? Is it
forever.
Mickey? Is Mickey on the 100? I would assume Mickey would be on the dollar. Who's on the 100? Do you think it's Goofy?
Walt, it's
Walt.
gonna be
It's
Walt.
all about the Waltz,
Walt's
baby.
anti-Semitic
Bam,
ass all up
bitches.
in there
All right.
with his
Anyways,
porn
pot smokers
mustache.
can now go to Amazon, and then Disney dollars are worth more than your actual dollars. Keep that in mind, folks. That's the
This is
world
the
we
stuff
live
you
in.
need to know going forward. Teach
That's
your kids.
the world that we live in. Uh, Parents must pay $30,441 for getting rid of their son's porn cache. I believe this title's mistitled. I believe it's porn stash. I believe it was actual porn that they threw away
But
in
a
the
cache is also a
trash.
collection, a story, a collection of things.
Then I need to learn more English. Yes.
He's Mexican, guys. It's okay.
I
He speaks two languages.
I
Sometimes it's hard
well,
to
I
keep
sp-
the
I speak.
tabs on both of
I
them.
don't even speak Spanish. I speak just English, and badly.
Never
Just
mind, he has no fucking
bad
excuses.
English. That's all it is.
Yep.
Anyways, all right.
But no, that's just okay. Wait.
Okay. So here's what
Keep going
happens.
back to this point. Nobody pays for porn,
Oh no,
or
hang
you
on,
shouldn't pay for porn. People
hang
do.
on,
You
hang on,
shouldn't.
hang on.
Okay. Is this
Any
emotional damages?
no. Anything is collectible. If some, we both know this. Retro games. We never thought in a million years our fucking Super Mario Brother cartridge was going to be worth more than $500,000, let alone $2 million. Right?
Hmm.
Anything is collectible if somebody and a group of people are willing to collect it. So this guy in particular had a bunch of porn that he had collected over the years, and some of it was worth something. It was worth quite a lot.
VHS only from the 80s, probably.
Yeah, either VHS only or actual film reels or like
Oh,
rare Playboys, things like that.
mm.
So,
That hidden Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
oh, what? Oh no, I don't want
No, there
that.
isn't one. I don't know. I'm just making
I do
stuff
not
up
want that.
now.
The centerfold on that one's got to be huge. That guy. That's
Well, it
why.
folds down 3
Yeah.
and then out 3 on
Ooh,
both
that's
directions.
girthy. That is
Yeah,
girthy
yeah, well,
right
he's a
there.
thick boy.
Yeah. Wow. That's why I voted for him for governor. Not gonna lie, my first vote ever. Schwarzenegger and his girthy dong. The the so this guy had a bunch of it, and his parents kept on saying, "Hey, pick up your shit," and the son was like, "I will. Just hold on to it." Then things kept on, the days kept on passing, the months kept on passing, and I think a couple of years passed, and they just said, "Fuck this, we want the space," and they tossed it. I don't know how much space it took up, but it was enough for them to get annoyed and literally throw it in the garbage. When he found out, he said, "What? What?
My
What?"
porn! My porn!
Cried to no
There's
end
probably rage and weeping. I mean, and then he
and
sued his
sued his
parents.
parents, and the judge said, "You're valid. They have to owe you." And he had the receipts. He knew how much it was worth. He knew how much it was valued
Wow.
at. $30,000.
This guy was an actual connoisseur, a curator, if you will,
Yeah,
of vintage pornography, or I don't mean not vintage, maybe primo. Maybe he had the actual
prime.
SD card that Paris Hilton's, night vision blowjob
We
thing happened
both
at.
know that was an
I don't know.
SVHS. We both know that was SVHS only. Um, I, but
Okay, but oh god, it. He had the receipts. Well, okay,
he
yeah,
didn't have the receipts.
I'm really impressed.
He knew how much it was worth. He had it valued. He had it evaluated.
Well,
And
the parents should have known when they accepted to have Judge Raw Dog oversee the case. They were probably not gonna go all that well.
their lawyer was like, this guy kind of is gonna vote in the other guy's favor."
Judge Raw Dog.
Judge
Oh,
Raw
that guy
Dog,
gets down.
just don't jizz on my foot and tell me it's raining. Um, that would be the greatest. Judge Judy just retired. I think we got a new guy, Judge Raw Dog. Let's go. Let's go.
Right? Is
Uh,
Spike Network still a thing? Because that's where it would belong.
it's now Paramount. So yeah,
Is it?
it'll go there. It'll still go there. Paramount has no shame. They have the real
No, I
world.
haven't watched cable in forever, so
Oh,
I
well,
don't know if Spike TV is a thing. Spike Network, whatever.
Paramount Plus now. Huh? Huh?
I'm
No.
not going to pay for that.
Well, nobody said you should pay for it. This was interesting. I just I'm pulling up the actual story because I don't understand what happened. But a man woke
Man
up.
wakes up with hip
Uh
pain.
huh. Finish it
Discovers he's
off.
been shot.
Yeah.
That's it must have been with a 22
Uh.
because most of the time you're gonna notice when that shit happens.
Okay. MI, is that Michigan or Mississippi or Minnesota?
Minnesota? No, that's MN. Michigan is MI. I'm gonna go with M. Yes, that's what I'm gonna go with.
We're gonna guess. You know what? We are American raised, and just like most Americans out there, we don't know our geography, let alone our letter call
No,
signs.
we live in
Lessons.
Los Angeles. We
Yeah,
don't look at
seriously.
maps a
CA,
lot. I'm
I
like the
know.
beach is that way. You
NY,
know,
I'm in. WA, I was like, why does Washington D.C. get its own thing? Until I figured out that Washington was a state. Let's see. FL, Florida.
genius.
LS is Louisiana, I think. And then that's all I got. All right. So am I in Buena Vista? Am I? A Buena Vista Township man awoke early Wednesday morning to find he'd been shot in his sleep. Police said. Police responded shortly before 3 a.m. Wednesday, September 1st, to a single-story house on the 1600 block of Ribble Street. Well, if you live on a street called
Man,
Ribble,
just let us know exactly where this guy lives.
this is
How about that?
I guess you're like, if you really want to shoot him again, this is where he's at. Basically. He's in his 50s and he'd been asleep in bed, and when he woke up to a sharp pain in his hip, only to realize he had suffered a gunshot wound. The projectile had been fired from outside the man's house and entered through the north side of the structure. The wounded man did not hear the shot or get a view of the shooter. Police found several spent shell casings outside the
Okay.
man's house.
Hmm.
Either, and that's all we got
They don't
basically.
see the caliber.
That
I
doesn't
want
say
to know
the
the caliber. I
caliber.
swear it had to be a 22
Well,
because
okay.
it's pretty quiet when you shoot those. Like, and anyways, 9 millimeter or 45, all that stuff is going to make a big loud bang.
It
It's going
could
to wake up a lot of people a lot of
look,
time.
but from outside of the house, going through all
Still very
those
loud.
walls, the
Like 6 blocks away from you, probably not going to wake you up, but still pretty loud. Well, usually the sound when you're like, oh my God, is that, it's not 4th of July. Is that gunshots? That usually does wake you
okay,
up.
fair enough. I don't know. I'm not a gun guy. You are.
I
I'm the
lived in the
guy.
ghetto of Culver City. I heard some
Oh,
in my
okay.
day.
Very well. Yeah. No. Done and done. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Listen. Do you think it was attempted murder? Do you think it was like a wrong assassination? Do you think the guy got the wrong address? Do you think the
Yeah, this is
assassin was reading this article going the 1600 block of Ribble Street? Shit, he was on the 1500 block of Ribble Street. I messed up. That was my fault.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to know more about the story because he was just asleep, got shot in the hip. There was casings, so there was multiple shots, but it didn't say all the shots were fired at him or even in towards his house. Maybe there was some kind of weird scuffle or misfire. I'm not
uh-huh.
sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen,
Yeah, I'd like to know more, honestly.
and this is something that really only happens, I believe, in America. Do you think anybody accidentally gets shot outside of the States
Oh,
like
for sure.
this? Really?
South Africa.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we're
I
done and
mean, you've
done.
got the Middle East.
Do you
Um,
think it's accidental though?
my old
Middle East.
roommate
Actually, yes, it
lived
is
in
very much
Cambodia for a while,
accidental.
and you could buy hand grenades and AK-47s at the flea market, like the Sunday market. You could buy landmines.
Oh,
Um, yeah,
landmines.
yeah,
Who
you
the?
could buy landmines to
You
for protect your
really
property.
have to. Oh, to protect your property. I thought it was to kill someone. I was like,
No,
you really
it's
gotta
like
piss some.
put
It's
it under
like
their
this
doormat when they get out of their
motherfucker
house. Going to
owes me
work, honey.
30 bucks. Fuck you when you step out this door. Fuck you so hard.
Yeah,
Just
your dog
lays the
keeps shitting on
mine.
my lawn. Not
Fuck
anymore,
off.
motherfucker.
Fuck off. Oh man, that's the greatest thing ever. All right.
Make this sensitive enough for a corgi. I
All
don't think
right.
they have a lot of corgis in Cambodia. So
That would so suck for the corgi. He's just like going out there so the grass feels good on his testicles, and boom, fucking landmine for the corgi. Oh, poor corgis. All right.
sorry, cupcakes.
Well, on our show, not only so that's the kind of news that we talk about on our show. A lot more. We go for a little bit longer. Again, every 6 p.m. Monday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, twitch.tv/ it's virtually a podcast. Next time I'll probably put a little thingy down here or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
little thing you'd help.
yeah, just follow us. Follow us, smash that like button. Links
Come
will
hang
be
out.
links
It's a
will
good
be down
time.
below. Links will be down below. But another thing that we like to play is a fun little game called Will Sanity Eat It? All right. So, this game is very simple. First off, Sanity eats a lot of things. The answer to this is usually yes. No matter
Yeah.
how, because he's a man of the world. He's been to how many countries?
54.
I didn't even know that there were 54 countries. All right.
Yes, I'm an adventurous eater. I try to find the weird, the strange, the challenging, sometimes the dares.
Oh yeah.
Depending, the stupidest thing I looked for but never found was trying to find the Cobra Venom shot in Thailand,
Yes, that's
where
it.
they put a drop or two of actual Cobra Venom in a whiskey shot, and then you take the shot, and the venom paralyzes your liver, so it doesn't work for a little bit. So the liquor goes straight through your liver into your blood. So that one shot feels like 5 or 6. And I was trying to find it, and I couldn't. And it's probably good that I didn't because I've done enough damage to my
You
liver
would have been
without
dead
Cobra
by
Venom.
now, and you wouldn't be on our show. That's just sadness right
Possible.
there. All right. Well, this is the first one up. The presentation. I gotta tell you, the presentation on this one, beautiful, absolutely
I mean,
stunning.
nice bowl.
Yeah, it's a
It's
nice
nice to like
bowl.
looks like foam there.
This is in Japan. It's and you speak Japanese a little bit. Do you know
I do.
Shirako? Shirako?
Shirako. Shira means white and ko means kids.
Ah, you got the white one. Yeah, and you're right. Shirako means white
Yeah,
children. Exactly.
because Oyakodon
Yes.
is a parent-child bowl. So
Yes.
Oya is parent and ko is kid. So it's a chicken and egg bowl.
You're
So they call it
absolutely
parent-child
right.
bowl.
Yeah, so this is white. This is white children is what it translates to, and the reason why it translates to white
Should I be
children.
offended?
No,
White children bowl.
we're not eating white children. You're eating the semen of cod
Oh
or
God.
another fish. These are the semen sacs.
Of
The
course they name it white children because that's what they do. um.
um yes.
Oh God. No, I
No,
don't want
why
to eat
not?
semen.
Well, okay. Okay, but these are the sacs. Like
So
you've
they're the
eaten
testicles?
with yeah, basically they're fish testicles, but fish don't really have
Um,
testicles.
fuck. Okay, well, I've actually said that, so I've been challenged if Rocky Mountain oysters ever came up, would I
You
try
would,
it?
yeah.
I'd have to decide at the moment. I'm not saying yes, I would, but part of me wants to be like, you know what? People eat this regularly. I should give it a
I
try at least once.
I doubt people eat this regularly. You lived in Japan. You didn't know what this was. There's no
Well,
way
there's
this
a
is
lot of
regular.
stuff they eat in Japan that I haven't done either. I don't
Oh,
eat the
really?
giant tuna eyeball where you have to eat like an apple, like with multiple bites, because it's
What
so
did you say?
fucking
Giant
annoying.
what?
Tuna eyeball,
Oh,
the eyeball, of a
that's part
giant tuna
two right
fish.
there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Jesus. Yeah, no,
Food
I have
number
not tried this. I
two.
heard the old
Look
people
at
like it
you.
because it's got so much
Look at
collagen. It's
you.
good for their hair, skin, and nails.
Oh,
Help keep them youthful.
oh, are you saying?
Um,
Hold on. This okay? So my avatar
Jesus
and his
Christ. Yeah,
avatar,
no,
our
I can't do
avatars
multiple
look
bites.
very
I've eaten fish
similar
eyes before.
to how we are in real life. So if you see me on the side there, a little portly, this man very studly. Anyways, I would eat tuna eyeballs if I get my hair back. Yeah.
You will not get your hair back,
Oh
but your
well,
skin
then
will glisten and glow
I
with a
don't need that. I'm
luxurious,
already shiny.
voluptuous
I am too shiny.
sheen.
I can't have that. I need a matte gloss, whatever that is, a matte finish, so I don't reflect so much.
Yeah,
Basically,
gloss is reflective,
yeah,
matte is more of
yeah.
the tone.
So there, yeah.
Yeah.
He's also part of Mensa, and I am not. And yet I'm hosting this for some reason. I don't know why. Um,
Uh, no, I don't know, man.
so
I
no
I
to the fish semen sacs, and that's no to
yeah.
tuna eyeballs. No to
I'd have to
both,
see
huh?
the size of the tuna eyeball. Like I said, I've had fish eyes before,
This looks like a to-go
and
container. This
it's like
looks like a
eating what is it, a boba filled with salt water.
yep.
So it's like
That's
not
yep.
so
That
great.
sounds about right. And
Um,
I don't even like
I
boba.
might do the eyeball. I might. It
Uh,
depends. Yeah, it depends if we've been drinking before.
okay. Well, here's my other
So
question. Well, would probably be a yes if you've been drinking before. But like this looks like a to-go container from 7-Eleven that's on this thing. Um.
it
So
does sitting on the
yes,
fake grass.
right there on the
Uh,
astroturf. Right there in the astroturf. So that's possible. Yes. All right. Our final little one that we do here, that I'm going to show you here, is this. Already looks gross. Already looks gross because it's congealed. It is gelatin. It is
uh-huh.
jello.
So it's very healthy. It is
Gelatin.
fish gelatin.
It is not. Oh, okay. Well, I guess gelatin's made out of fish. Is that what you're saying?
You can make it from bones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was bones.
most gelatin that you eat in candy is made from hooves and skin
Oh,
of like cows and pigs.
all right. Well, this animal that's inside this jello has a hoof. It's specifically a moose, but it's specifically the moose nose. Moose nose jello.
Man, you found some bangers for this one.
Listen, it's our
Moose Jello.
first.
What kind of
It's our
Alaskan,
first.
Northern Canadian
Yeah.
butt fuckery is this?
If somebody had a
This would have
nose,
to be a
somebody had
survival
Jello.
motherfucking situation right here.
It's don't know. If it
Eating
was
no fucking
survival,
jellied
they're
moose
gonna?
fish,
How
nose, not
hungry
fish.
do you think
No
somebody
fish.
was? Where they're like, you know what? I'm real hungry, but I'm gonna wait for this Jello to set. I got the moose nose, but I'm gonna wait for the Jello to set. Like, no, is the answer.
Well, this happens in all like the Nordic countries and Scandinavia, and less so in Scandinavia, but also in like Alaska and northern Canada, where they had these harsh winters, and preserving food around because hunting is somewhat scarce in like the dead of winter, so they need to preserve stuff somehow. And guess what? Preserving it by pickling, like pickled fish and jellied moose nose and stuff like that's stuff that kept longer than a fresh cut.
Uh,
So it's like
I want to make sure I got it right. No, it's yeah, I know. Sorry, I have a whole bunch of these things right here that I skipped. I want to make sure it is. Yeah, it is jellied
son of a
moose
bitch.
nose. Okay, I got it right. All right, make sure I went from memory.
So the
From memory
gelatin's
on that one.
probably from the moose bones or skin
That would
or
be
hooves.
very, very, very efficient use of the moose. That's
That's what you should do if you're homesteading.
and I can't blame
Um,
them. If that's the reason why this was created, you know what? Good on you for being very efficient with the use of that animal and that kill. And it's not like a moose is a small animal either. You really, really did
no,
not think.
mooses kill a shit ton of people every
Yeah,
year.
so
Mooses
that's
are
why.
brutally protective.
You know what? And if I got into a fight with the moose and somehow won, which no, I would not. But if
You
I
would
did
not.
win, I would eat every part of it because I want its essence. Its essence will be inside of me, and I will now be able to topple cars easily.
Now, if let's say I were doing some trip around, rural Alaska or, just visiting some even like Inuit or tribal people up there, and they invited me into their home or their little village and offered me this as a meal, I would not say no. No way. I would
Okay.
completely eat it with a smile on my face and thank them, and I would just go with it. I would never turn that down. But if you're like, "Hey, we have this, or we also got some fried calamari. What do you want?" I'm like, "Let me get some of that fried calamari, bro." So yeah.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. I would also choose the tuna melt over this. Um,
Yes,
or I maybe tuna eyeballs if it brings back my hair.
it will not.
Damn it. Damn it.
It will not.
The search continues. The search continues, guys.
You're gonna
Uh,
need cloning for that,
well,
sir.
okay. We're not that far away. I got like what
Yep,
3 years before I can get my hair back. Then I'll
it's true.
enjoy it. I'll
Gonna have that
enjoy it.
afro.
I will. I will. I will raise a clone child and scalp him. That's what you're saying. I got to do, right? Cool.
Yeah, what was that movie called? The Island or something? I
Something
forget.
along those lines. Guys, everyone, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We're going to be doing this once a week right here on Facebook or YouTube, whatever you're seeing this thing on. Subscribe, hit like, do the whole thing. Below in the description will be our link to Twitch. If you want to join us on in on the conversation, come on over to Twitch. We also have a Discord. If you find some sort of article that you want to
Ooh,
talk about, come on
that's
in,
great.
pop it in. We have a special section for you to submit your article, and we always look at every single one of them. And then also just join in on talking with us, hanging out in
Yeah,
the
the community
Discord.
submissions, for not only the, topical, stuff to talk about in the show, but the memes. Get some
The m-
fire memes in there
we
too.
got fire
Some
memes.
good ones.
We got fires.
Uh,
So if you found something gross that you think Sanity will not
oh,
eat, there's a section for that too. Trust me.
and we have been challenged by, some of our supporters and audience to eat quite a few
Yep.
things that
Yep.
we're gonna also do and share with you as we do so,
If you
and
watch the show live and you see something and you have enough points, you can redeem those points for us to eat it. And so far, I'm the only one who has eaten it. This guy's only eaten a few. But granted,
I had the Fruity Pebbles on pizza.
yes,
We had the raw onions with
ice cream,
chocolate ice cream.
yes,
We had, we still have to do the double cheeseburger with peanut butter and banana, peanut butter jelly and banana.
yes. We still have to do that, and but we
Yeah,
we did do the Pop Tart cheeseburger, or at least I did. Did you do the Pop Tart
the
cheeseburger?
Pop Tart cheeseburger. Yes,
Yeah,
that was absolutely because it was the with
that was a
the s'mores
s'mores. Oh,
Pop
that
Tart.
was
That was
gross. That
disgusting,
well,
and I used really good beef for that. I was
that
very
was where you
upset.
messed up. That's where you messed up. Anyways, guys,
Jesus.
thank you
Anyway,
so much for joining us today. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all those things. See us again next week. And again, every Monday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, twitch.tv/ is virtually a podcast. I am your host, Daniel Gutierrez at dgutierrez84, right next to me at Sanity Crypto. But again, you can follow us both on Twitter by simply going to at it's VRA podcast or at it's virtually a podcast on every other platform. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
bye guys. See you soon.